and how are you? I don't know why I'm singing, but I am. I guess I'm singing because I am in this tremendously bright yellow shirt. And if this doesn't tell you what kind of day we're going to have, you know what? I just don't know what would. But I went thrifting this weekend. Hello, Linda. Hello, Shannon. Good morning, Lauren. But I went thrifting this weekend, and this is one of the shirts that I bought because oh my gosh, I do have to show you. I have so much to show you, so much to talk about. But I know I showed you. I got all sorts of pictures I have to pull over. Hold on. Hold, please. You need to hold, please, because I want to pull that one over. How was everybody's weekend? It was. It seems like it's been forever since I've talked to you all, but I. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, I have had a really fun weekend. It was nice. Nothing crazy happened. I went to H&M, so we're going to be looking at that. But I do want to show you. Oh, I want to show you what I look like with a face tattoo. Hello. Okay, so it's Gaieta. Gaieta? Did I say that correct? Good morning, Linda. So I want to show you what I look like with a face tattoo. And then I'm going to show you just this really little simple TikTok that totally triggered me. Well, the TikTok didn't trigger me, but the responses did. And so we're going to get into that a little bit more because I realized today when I was talking earlier on a different live that it wasn't the comment that was triggering me and it wasn't the people that were triggering me, but what it was doing is it was triggering issues from my marriage that I haven't been in gosh, like 18 years. So I figured I need to do a little work on that. So we're going to talk about that and we're going to see if I can come to the root of, I guess, acknowledging it and healing it because I really don't want to be triggered by these people because they irritate me. I'm going to go shut that window. So hold on. You get to see my whole outfit and then I'll show you. Remember that outfit I showed you for the streetwear? Oh gosh, now I can't get back in my chair. Um, oh, is it rainy over there? Oh wow. You know, we're actually, let's see what the weather is going to be like today because we've had, knock on wood, we have had quite the lucky summer. So hopefully that will continue. But our high today is 85. So 85 today, 87, 88. And then we just go right back down into like 75, 76. And then we go back up into the 90s. This is why fall absolutely just kills my sinuses. I have been sewing band patches into my partner's jacket as it's getting colder here. I love that. One of my favorite jacket is a patchwork jacket. But I bought it that way. I have zero sewing skills. That's what I'm trying to say. I have zero sewing skills. And so I have to buy my stuff that way. Okay, really quick. Again, like I said, I have so many things going on in my mind, and I want to talk to you about all of them, but I just have to realize I can't do that all at once, even though I don't understand why not. So anyway, I went thrifting this weekend because I wanted to find an outfit to replicate this. Move that there, come over here, do this, push that button, then I'm going to push this button, then I'm going to go to that button, then I'm going to come back to this button, and then I'm going to say okay, and then I'm going to push this button, and there. This is the outfit that I recreated, this yellow one right here. Well, it's not the exact shirt. I mean, I do kind of like that it's the little bit of more of a V-neck over there. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. We're at 60, 65 over here. I would love cold weather. I am hands down ready for cold weather. Shannon says, I'm ready for cooler weather here in Cali. 70s are my favorite. Give me a nice, cool 60-degree weather where I have to wear sweaters and I'm a happy camper. But I wanted this. Oh my gosh. I found the shirt that I'm wearing for like $5 and I can't believe I found it. I know it's not exact, but I'm okay with this. Where I failed on this outfit is the pants. Oh my gosh. I searched high and low at H&M for a pair of oversized menswear pants and I came up zero. I bought a pair, but they were absolutely not this fit. So I'm super bummed. So in order to save the outfit, I pulled out my cargo pants. Yeah, my cargo pants that I got at Target. And then I was actually going to wear like my gym shoes because they're that color. And so, but since I couldn't get the pants right, I switched to my Sambas. But this is the outfit that I wanted to recreate, and henceforth why I'm wearing a very bright top. And I'm going to tell you right now, these tops are incredibly comfortable because usually I don't like things up around my neck. And this is like no brainer. It's super soft. It's super soft. And I'm going to go back thrifting on Saturday, and because I got some stuff that I can actually exchange at the Goodwill here in Marietta, but I'm going to look for more tops like this because I'm obsessed. I love this top. So yeah, so that's that. Got my windows open, classical music playing, and lit candles on deck. Oh wow, you make me want to come hang out with you. I would love to be there. Yes, that too. Menopause is killing me. It's a cool look. Thrift shops should be good for the pants. You know, I intentionally was going to be looking for a pair there. I was looking for a pair of menswear pants, so I was looking for them in the men's department. But on Saturday when I go back, I think I'm going to look in both the men's and the women's section. But I will find a pair of pants like that at Goodwill because, like I said, that's where I got this shirt, and I absolutely 100% love it. Love it. So this weekend, let's see, I was live with you Friday morning, and then Saturday I went thrifting on Saturday. I went and got a microdermabrasion, which if you're not too sure what that is, that's a facial where I say it's kind of a combination between a carpet cleaner and a pool cleaner because it's like it's this little round thing and it sprays water onto your face or vitamin C or serum or something. And then it at the same time it like suctions up the dead skin and stuff like that. So it's kind of a rejuvenating facial. So I did that and that was very nice. Yesterday, I didn't go live yesterday on any of my platforms. I just worked all day long, kind of just had I had a me day kind of, even though I was like editing and I was doing stuff like that. I had a me day and it was nice. I was able to come back and have lots of energy. And here I am in my bright yellow shirt, just hanging out with you. So I do want to show you, I have some videos here that we're going to take a look at. Oh, you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at H&M. Linda says, the thrift god smiled on me too this week and got a snake print maxi dress. Really? Okay, so my standouts for for this weekend was this top. I got a little cropped Nirvana top, which I thought would look really cute, like under overalls and stuff, because it would kind of poke out the side. And then I got Robert 2 t-shirts. I got, again, I'm taking back 2 t-shirts and a jacket. So I'm taking those back. I got a really cool embroidered like little hoodie. And then I got a cool pair of pants that actually I have to do a little repair on. And, but those were worth it too. Now, okay, before I show you this video, let me tell you what happened. I'm going to give you story time because this is what I keep doing. And do you want to know why I keep doing that? because my worst nightmare has come to life and has crawled into my kitchen. Now, I 100% I'm not a fan of spiders. All right. Spiders and I just don't see eye to eye. We're never going to hang out. We're never going to be friends. I mean, if I have a spider in my house, I won't stomp on it. I'll put it in like, I get my little piece of paper in my Tupperware and I'll be like, okay, little spider. And I will put my spider outside. Right. If I'm outside and I see a spider, I'm like, yo, you do you. I'll go live my life. We will be happy not crossing paths again. Except there's one major exception to that story. I mean, huge exception to that story, and those are black widows. I am deathly afraid of black widows. Black widows, I have nightmares about black widows. That's how much I'm scared of them. It's making my throat close up talking about black widows. So yesterday, Robert and I always take like a couple of hours on Sunday mornings. He does his cleaning, I do my cleaning, and we keep the house really clean. And I love that. It's just a part of my recovery, and I really like that part of it. So I'm in the laundry room, and I'm doing laundry, and I hear this, "Hey, Ma." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you scared of spiders?" And I'm like, I could take them or leave them. I really prefer for them to be outside. And he's like, "Okay, because there's a really big black widow underneath the stove." And I instantly I didn't know if I wanted to cry, poop, or throw up. And because it was like everything in my nightmare was like, "Hi, we're here to visit." So I come running into the kitchen and I'm like, "What are you talking about? How can we have a black widow in the kitchen?" And he's like, "Well, you do leave the back door open a lot for Indy." And, oh, Linda, yeah. And he's like, "Well, you leave the back door open all the time." And I'm like, "But they're not supposed to come in. They're outside creatures. They're supposed to stay outside." And so he's like, "Well, just ignore it." He goes, "It crawled back up into the stove." And I'm like, "So I'm never going to cook again?" I mean, because I've been really enjoying making cooking videos. I'm like, "So am I just going to eat out for the rest of my life?" And he's like, "I don't know what you want me to do." I'm like, "Well, this isn't okay. This isn't the end of the story. Okay." So I get on my computer. I type in what common household items can you use to kill black widows? I mean, I didn't want to go to Home Depot and get like super like toxic kind of like spider spray because I was spraying it in my kitchen underneath my stove. And so I come to find out that white vinegar, you get white vinegar, you dilute it down a little bit, you put it in a spray bottle, and it's supposed to kill spiders. So instantly I'm like, well, it crawled up into my stove. So excuse my language, but if that ducker is in my stove, I'm cooking it. So I turn my stove on as high as it can go. And then I search around, I find a spray bottle, put the white vinegar, and I sat on the kitchen floor for probably an hour with my spray bottle and waiting for it to come out. It never came out. So then I'm like, "Okay, I'm going in after you." So I get my spray bottle and I'm like, and I spray all around my stove. I spray under my stove. I opened up the door and I'm like spraying down in between the stove. And so I'm like, okay, clearly if it's dead, I'm never going to find the spider carcass because I'm not moving the stove looking for it. And if it was cooked, I have yet to see it because trust me, I've been looking in my stove for cooked black widow. And so I have set like timers to sneak into the kitchen to try to see if it's like making another web or if it's coming out. But I did spray all around the stove. So in theory, it shouldn't leave the area that I contained it in. But I faced some huge fears. And to me, just like the hurricane, because I have an irrational fear of storms, I have a huge fear of black widows. It's a tangible fear. I mean, they're poisonous and they're creepy looking, and I have one in my kitchen. And so I decided to take the, again, just like with the hurricane, the mature way on this one. And I have, again, I'm on spider watch. I will have another layer of vinegar and water sprayed underneath my stove today. But if you have any suggestions on what I can do to get that spider, I would love to hear it. If not, I will be pretty much on spider watch for the rest of my life or until I move. Putting my house up for sale and moving is an option, but I'm going to try to kill it or outlast it I don't know, how long do black widows live for? I mean, how let's figure that one out, because I have to see like my timer, because Robert said it was a pretty good sized black widow, so I'm going to assume it's been around for a while. All right, so let's see how long they live for, because I really need to see how long I'm going to be on spider watch. So how long do black widow spiders live? All right, let's see how long I have to be. Ooh, there's a picture of one. 3 years. All right, so I'm going to assume that she's about halfway through her life. So for the next year and a half, I will be on spider watch. And so for the next year and a half, when you come on here and we have our mornings lives, I'm going to be, just seeing the picture of when I Googled it gives me willies. So anyway, that was my trauma. That was my trauma for the weekend. And this is me, how I am, how I'm dealing with it. And aren't I dealing with it so well? At least I think I'm dealing with it well. Giada says, I too went thrifting and got a skinny camo pants. Ooh, I love that. A leopard print wool scarf, a couple of necklaces, and a gorgeous black and silver square scarf. Sounds beautiful. Seems like we all had a good thrifting weekend. So, yes, that was traumatic. But I think I'm doing good. I'm just going to keep on saying I'm going to do good until I actually believe myself and I know I'm going to do good. Now, we're going to take a look at another influencer's TikTok, because I have been all about dresses over pants, because I have those pants coming, the like the ones that look like a slip. I cannot wait to style those. But Roz, the other influencer, 3 years. Jeannie, yes, 3 years. So I cannot believe that spider lives that long. I thought spiders lived for like a week. I thought it was like a season. No, not black widows. They are apparently. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway. We see her TikToks all the time. And what she did is she styled a pair of jeans, but she put a dress over the top of it. Now, I'm not really too sure how I feel about this outfit. I mean, I have my opinions, and I'm not going to say anything negative about it, because each to their own for their style. But I want to kind of see, I'm going to show you the TikTok, the outfit, and then I'm going to see kind of like how I would have changed it and kind of styled it differently myself. So let's take a look at the TikTok first, and then we'll talk about what we would change or what we like about it.
Today's style challenge is we're going to style this old silk dress from Wilfred from Aritzia, but we're going to do it 90s style over jeans. The dress is on. I layered underneath a sheer turtleneck top, and I put it on top of my Uniqlo jeans. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to button this or keep it open. I might button it a little bit. Let's see. Now we need some footwear. Look less coastal grandma. We're going to put some pointy Acne Studio. So this is the outfit we're working with. I'm trying to decide whether or not to belt it. Let's try a belt. Try this vintage belt. I see belted here, down here. Yeah. Now we just need a bag and some sunnies. Thinking about wearing my Vellas, just because I think it gives it a bit of more modern edge. And then bag-wise, we can go with...
I know it used to be crazy.
Oh, I did not know she was going to drop some music in on us. But here's her final look. And so, you see, now here's what I was thinking. I absolutely love dresses over pants 100%. But I think if I were going to style it, here's where I think what I would do. Because I personally, I can't wear turtlenecks. I don't like things up around my neck. So I wouldn't wear the turtleneck and I wouldn't wear the belt. I would get rid of that and I would have added a harness. I think a harness with that, without the turtleneck and without the belt, would be for my look. And personally, I would have done black jeans. I would have done the black jeans and the black belt. Or if you were going to wear a brown belt, I probably would have done brown shoes. But for me personally, I love dresses over jeans, and I'm going to be wearing them ooh, maybe that will be my outfit for Wednesday. I just came up with a cute idea. So anyway, so I'm going to be doing that, but I just wanted to show you this again. I'm not 100% sold on it. I really do like her fashion, and she is one who is always pushing the envelope for over 50, and I applaud her for that. Not often do I think she has a miss, and I personally think she missed the mark on this one. And I think a pair of like maybe black skinny jeans, or maybe a pair of black distressed jeans, and a harness with no turtleneck, I think she would have had it. So anyway, that was I wanted to show it to you. I wanted to critique it, but I didn't want to say anything mean, because I 100% appreciate style and everybody having a different style. Sometimes it's like, I guess I have my own flair, and that's how I would have added my own flair. So yesterday I did go to H&M. I think flat boots would be better. Yeah, you know what? There's just something. And let me bring you back. There's something that I can't put my finger on. And I'm thinking, let's see if when she's outside, if we can see the whole outfit together. I'll just go ahead and mute it, so then that way I don't get in trouble. Because if I'm going to get in trouble for playing music, I'm going to be playing my Pedro. Here, let me pull you back over. Because I don't know. Like I said, for one thing, I think, like you said, Linda, I think a pair of flat boots. But it's just the pattern here and the brown and then the black turtleneck. You could keep this dress, but you ditch the turtleneck. Like I said, add the harness and put on a pair of flat boots. I would probably cuff up. No, I don't think I'd cuff up the bottom. I've tried cuffing up the bottom of looks like this before. And what happens to me is I lose my leg space right here. If I cuff up the bottom, it makes the lower part of my leg look like about that long. So, like I said, she doesn't miss very often, but on this particular one, I just wanted to share it with you. I personally think it's a near miss, but that's just my little unsolicited opinion. Now we're going to get back and we're going to take a look at some stuff that I saw at H&M. And then we're going to talk about getting triggered by past trauma. Doesn't that sound like fun? Doesn't it just sound like, hey, you know what? I want to start this week off by talking about past trauma triggering. But it's going to be in a positive way, I promise. So let's head on over to H&M. We are on our way. Here we go. I'm trying to recreate a really cute outfit that I saw. I found the perfect top yesterday while I was thrifting, but I need a pair of pants, so I'm going to H&M, and I am bringing you with me. First thing I noticed walking in, there's a lot of black, and if you're anything like me, you're absolutely 100% okay with that. Black was everywhere. Black was the dominant color, and I again, like I said on there, I love black. I have absolutely no problem with that. The majority of my outfit or my wardrobe, my closet is in black. And I'm just now starting to like branch out and wear a little bit more color. But I think if you're more comfortable like I am wearing black, I say wear it all you want and then just add little itty bitty little nuances of color. Because I mean, my pants are black, my shoes are black, and then I just have this really bright yellow shirt and I'm in my comfort zone. I thought this vest was very cute. I don't wear vests often, but I did like the gray and the little shearing. So let's move on. Another color that I saw a lot of is like a darker gray. And you know what? I'm okay with that also. I saw a lot of faux leather. They also had a lot of pink. And it reminded me so much of the 80s when I wore pink and gray all the time. This definitely brought back some good memories. Do you remember wearing that color combination in the 80s? It was like pink, gray, and white. Or pink and black and gray, or pink and black and white. But it really reminded me, it really brought me back to that time. Gosh, it had to be in the 80s. Yeah, it like 82, 83, maybe 84, where pink and gray was so popular. I saw a lot of color combinations in the pink and gray. So if you have pink, if you have gray, put them back together. It's spot on. I saw these jeans and I really liked them and I really wanted to take them home, but they were just so incredibly long. Along with the pink, I saw a lot of this They were long. But part of me is like, they're so cute. I love the color. Sometimes there's just so many decisions to be made because I did buy a pair of pants that did not fit that I have to take back. And now I'm not too sure if I want to take back and get these, even though that they're long, I can just wear them long, I guess. I don't know. It's the decisions of the things I have to make. So let's keep going. They were just so incredibly long. Along with the pink, I saw a lot of this really pretty baby blue color also. So Linda says, yeah, I had LA Gear high tops, laugh out loud, in pink, white, and black. See, I knew it. And you know what? I cannot remember the last time I thought about LA Gear high tops. I wore those, oh my gosh, with your little socks. And what a cute look. Yes. All right, getting back. This was also too, I saw a lot of baby blue, like this real soft baby blue that, again, kind of having just that little bit of an 80s vibe. A lot of this really pretty baby blue color also. I'm going to tell you, being short right now is kind of tough. I went there specifically looking for a pair of black menswear pants. And while they had a ton of them, they were all so incredibly long. I am only 5'2", so I finally found a pair that I think are going to work, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to grow a couple of inches tonight. I saw these boots. I was so disappointed. I originally grabbed these pants because, again, I wanted to recreate that picture that I showed you in the very beginning. And I was standing in line, and trust me, it was a long line. And I finally got up. I was the next one to be called to the cashier. And I'm like, I wonder if I should have sized up. So I did my little size hack thing, where you put your arm in and it barely got into the pants. And I'm like, oh, now I have to get out of line, go back. So I went back and I found these in a size 6, but they had at least too much material on the bottom. And I'm like, I can't wear these. I mean, I'm going to be stepping on my hems. And while I'm okay with longer pants, this was ridiculously long. So I'm like, what do I do? So I did find another pair, but they were way too structured. They did not have the right vibe. They were the type of pants where they were skinny on my leg and then loose around my midsection. So it just made my midsection look even bigger. It was traumatic. It was horrible and it didn't work out. So let's move on. Incredibly long. I am only 5'2", so I finally found a pair that I think are going to work, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to grow a couple of inches tonight. I saw these boots. I thought they were cute. Way too tall for me. I thought these were cute, but these were $65. And while they're very cute, they were $65. And And I'm like, they're too high and they're too expensive for me.
They definitely had a lot of stripes. And one thing I noticed is that they either had cropped stripes or they had kind of like a longer stripe sweater that you would wear over like leggings and maybe some boots. Again, kind of reminded me of the 80s. They had this puffer vest and I had to boop, boop, boop the vest. They had
That was such a big vest. And it just, I don't know, I had to be like, boop, boop, boop. And well, I think it would keep your torso warm. This is the way I think. Maybe I'm too old and maybe I'm too practical, but I'm like, if it's this cold to wear this vest, I sure as heck want my arms to be warm. And so, and again, I'm only 5'2". This would go down to my ankles and I just would look like, you know how like at a tire shop, you know how they like stack the tires up? I feel like I would look like I was standing inside of those like stacked up tires. So you would have to be tall and have warm arms to wear this.
They had lots of different kinds of tennis shoes, and then they had these shoes here. I really liked this brown purse. I thought this was very cute. Then they also had one similar to that in black. Now here's some more shoes.
I do like these shoes. I mean, I didn't get any shoes there. I have plenty, but they have a little, they have like some knockoff Uggs. I saw, if you look correctly, see right here. They also have these right here. These look like Doc Martens. They're not. I didn't price them. I didn't even see them until I was editing the video. But instead of having the yellow stitch, they do have the white stitch. But, I guarantee you they're not as expensive as Doc's. But they had those, and then these look just like Uggs. If you didn't know they weren't Uggs, you would think they were Uggs. They have the Chelsea platforms right there. And then I really do like this color combination, but again, I don't need
shoes as I was walking out. I ended up finding a pair of pants that I think are going to work. So I will see you tomorrow for my outfit of the day, and I am going to recreate that really cool outfit that I saw.
Well,
I'm trying to recreate.
I recreated it, but it wasn't quite exactly spot on like what I wanted to. And again, in the grand scheme of things, if that's the only thing that is wrong with my world, I got nothing to complain about. So I will keep an eye open for, I'm going to keep an eye open when I go thrifting next weekend. And one day I will find the perfect pair of menswear pants. Now, let me bring you back here. And I am going to show you now. I get this question all of the time. And, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I didn't bring you back over. I was making you go through all of my pictures with me. So I get this question all the time. Would I get a face tattoo? And my answer is, yeah. After you see this TikTok, my answer is yes. So so there you go. I was wondering why I'm looking at the replay. I'm like, why is that moving around? But I was looking at the replay. All right. So answering the question, would I get a face tattoo? I'm going to have to mute the music. It was really cute music, but I can't play it. So the question is, hey, Lonnie, would you get a face tattoo? And the answer is yes, because look, that's what I look like with freckles. And I'm like, that's kind of a really cute look. And then I start looking at my face without the freckles, and I'm like, my face looks kind of plain. And so I am literally contemplating getting some freckles. But what I was thinking about doing is I would probably go in and get a henna tattoo first, something that is not permanent, see what I thought about them. And if I really do like them, then I would maybe get permanent freckles. But I was really, I thought they were cute. I liked the placement. But I'm really curious as to what you think. I mean, did you like me with tattoo or with freckles? or do you like me more without freckles? Because the comments I'm getting are crazy. Okay, Jeannie says no. The comments I'm getting are crazy. It's just like, why would you maim your face? And I'm like, I don't think freckles are maiming. I mean, how unfair. I mean, when for people who have freckles, it's like, would you consider that like a bad thing? So I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to do the henna one. I 100% know I want to go in and I want to experience what it would be like to have freckles using a henna product. It's going to fade. It's not permanent. And then I don't have to worry about that. Your skin is so nice and smooth. I know, but the really cool thing about the henna though, is that it's temporary. So I really can see if I like it. And truthfully, I think it's cute. You know, I just think I think it's a really cute little thing. And the freckles even go on your lips, which I don't know. I don't know if I want any tattoos on my lips. It says, on us older girls, it would look ready. You know, again, I personally think any sort of decorating that you do on your body is like so. If it makes you feel good, I say do it. And if you're over a certain age and you want freckles, I 100% will give you a high five and tell you to go for it, because I just think that it's a fun self-expression. And truthfully, again, before I get anything permanent, I would definitely do the temporary, because I don't want to do something permanent and then regret it, because that is the last thing I want to do. All right, now we're going to talk about getting triggered by the internet. We are finally coming to the main subject of the day. And it's such a weird thing that triggered me. Courtney, you already know it. You were with me earlier today. But I did this video about how to break in Doc Martens, because somebody said that they got one of the backpacks and that the backpack strap is really stiff. So they asked me if using a steamer would be a good thing to break down and make the straps of the backpack softer. And while I think in theory it would work, I just think that there was a better option. So I'm going to show you this video, and then I'm going to tell you a comment and why it triggered me. So this is the video.
Hi there. In theory, I think a steamer would work, but I think I have something even better for you. And what I would use instead of that steamer is a hair dryer. You're gonna get the same benefit of the heat, but without that moisture of the steam. This hair dryer trick will work on everything. Sandals, loafers, backpack straps. Warm up the leather and start moving it around and start making it soft that way. And regardless if you're trying to break in boots, loafers, sandals, the straps of your backpack, everybody needs to get this Doc Marten Wonder Balm, because it is amazing. Using Wonder Balm is going to help you soften that leather so much easier than trying to do it on your own. Take the applicator, put the Wonder Balm on the inside of your loafers, on the inside of your boots, on the inside of your sandals, or even on the straps of your backpack, but it's going to help soften up that leather, and ideally that's what we're looking for. And if you have sandals or loafers or even your boots and you want an easier trick than freezing them, just grab your hair dryer, warm them up, use your Wonder Balm, and you should be good.
Okay.
Hi there. In theory, I think a steamer would work.
It's amazing, but I'm going to tell you what I am getting more comments on than anything else. And it's all over on Instagram. I'm telling you right now, Instagram is turning into a really bad version of Facebook. And I have zero tolerance and zero patience for the shenanigans that's happening. But the number one, no, I won't say number one, but the one comment that I'm seeing a lot and it's triggering me is, how can you afford to buy a Dyson hairdryer? How can you afford that hairdryer? Why do you have that hairdryer? You don't have any hair. Why do you have that hairdryer? And it absolutely, I had to get rid of Insta. Yeah, you know what? I have like 147,000 followers on Instagram right now. And one day they're going to monetize. And I know that they're going to start running ads on the reels. So I'm sticking around for that. But if it wasn't for that, I would really have a hard time because there's a lot of toxic comments over there, much more than TikTok, much more than here on YouTube. So anywho, so I'm just getting bombarded with this comment of, why do you have that hair dryer? How can you afford that hair dryer? Why would you buy that hair dryer? And while truthfully, having a hair dryer is not triggering to me, but what's triggering to me is having to be accountable for my actions. You know, when I was married to my ex-husband, I would always have to explain myself why I would buy anything for myself. I would have to basically, he could buy whatever he wanted, but I would have to squirrel away grocery money and then buy it and like try to incorporate it into my life so he couldn't see that I had something new. So when I have people questioning me over my purchases, which I happen to have bought this probably 3 years ago, when I was working at a corporate job. And you know what? Not only do I have that Dyson hair dryer, I have the straightener. And I worked really hard for my money and I made a purchase of an expensive item. And it just was catching me off guard to the point where I was like, this isn't making me feel very good. Your privilege is showing, laugh out loud, people are rude. Yeah. And you know what? And that's just the thing. It's like, out of everything that they're doing, they're just really zoning in on that. So I was like, I really had to take a step back and I really had to take a look into my, I was the same and still find myself justifying my purchases. Yeah, Linda, it is something that sticks with you. Joni says, none of their business. Yikes, bikes. People can be obnoxious. Absolutely. And here's the thing is people are obnoxious all the time. I get rude comments all day long. But the ones that are the triggering ones are the ones that take me back to my past traumas. All right. They had no idea I was married to a narcissist who used to make me feel bad about doing anything for myself. They had zero idea. They throw their rude comments like that and whatever sticks, sticks. They don't care. They throw their little bomb and then they just move right along. But what really kind of stuck to me is the simple fact that I'm still getting triggered by a marriage that I have been out of for 17 years. And so it really made me realize that there was some sort of like, there's something still in my psyche that needs to be resolved. And there's still something in my mind where I need to come to terms with. Because I can't sit there and let people opinions over a hairdryer even remotely touch me. I can't do it because every time their comments hit, it's like he's winning. All right. Every time somebody says something that hurts me today, it's a victory for him. It's not a victory for the person who told me that, you know, why would I have a hair dryer? I have no hair. It's not their victory. It's his because he's the one who did all the damage. He's the one that was supposed to be my partner and he's the one that hurt me. So when I'm looking into how to not be triggered by these things, I'm not looking at how to stop random strangers on the internet from triggering me. I'm going to be looking at how do I stop reliving a past trauma from somebody in my life. And so I'm going to go right past these comments and I'm going to go to the source. And I really just need to realize that, you know what? Yes, that's a past hurt and that happened, but it no longer has a space in my life and it has no longer a space in my energy. And I refuse to let him have those small victories, even though he doesn't know that these things are happening. You know, he was the one that was making me feel this way. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't know how many times I can say I'm not going to do it, but I'm not. And so this is why I wanted to bring this up to you, because if you have anything that has happened in your life that is triggering you later on in life, just remember, it's not the person who's delivering the message at the moment. It's the person who inflicted the pain in the past. And we can't go back in the past. I mean, I don't have a time machine. I can't go back. I can't undo things. But what I can do is be like, okay, Lonnie, you know what? Yes, that hurt back then. Yes, that was traumatic, but you have since regained your power. You were in the driver's seat. If you want to buy something, you know what? Buy it. So long as, you know what? And the thing is like, sometimes I find myself maybe shopping a little bit too much, and it's something that I'm aware of. But as long as I can afford it and I am buying it because I want it, and I'm not just buying it for the act of buying it, if that makes any sense. If you have any sort of addictive tendencies, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say, because sometimes we do get into this pattern where it feels good to buy something new. And then all of a sudden we're chasing that feeling instead of buying something we want. So if you go into buying something because it's like, let's just say you work really hard and you want to buy a new pair of shoes, and you buy a new pair of shoes, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you buy those new pair of shoes because you can't stop yourself, or you just want that feeling of buying something, that's when you have to take a step back and be like, you know what, maybe I've got a problem. Maybe I need to rethink this a little bit, and maybe I just need to take a step back. But that's something that we all have to individually look at and figure out ourselves. So as long as I am not buying something for the sake of buying it, if I purchase something, if I want to buy a new pair of Free People pants weekly, I'm going to do it, because I no longer have to justify my actions. And I think that that's where the real growth is that all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. When I was a kid, I had to explain myself to my parents. When I was married, I had to explain myself to my ex-husband. You know, when I was drinking, I didn't explain myself to anybody because only thing I did was drink. But now that I'm sober, I hold the accountability card. I'm only accountable to myself. And that is something that I am going to work on, and realize that I am only accountable to myself. At the end of the day, if I have decided to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to worry. And so I always go back. I was actually talking to Robert about this over the weekend because it kind of bugged me for a couple of days. And I had to figure out what was going on in my head in order to purchase it. But it always reminds me of Cardi B. I mean, she is such a boss. She's my hero. Cardi B is my hero, period. Male or female, she's my hero. I love the fact that she has fought and she has worked hard, and she dominates in a male dominated society. And I love that for her. And she's a beast on social media. I mean, that's just the thing. It's like every time I get tired or I'm like, oh, I don't want to do anymore, I'm like, Cardi B's posting, you can post too. So I'll be like, I can do it too, Cardi. But anywho, when she buys whatever she wants, she's worked really hard. She deserves it. She doesn't have to answer to anybody. I mean, she buys her daughter Birkin bags, but she's allowed to do that. She has worked so hard to be able to do that. So when people try to trigger, or when people say something like that, or it gets triggered, I just always be like, okay, think about Cardi. What would she say? And I know what she would say, but I just cannot repeat it here on YouTube, because I would like to not get a check mark of like, you probably shouldn't have said those things, Lonnie. But I know inside I have my Cardi B spirit, and it's just blazing. So that is what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so today again, it's Monday, so I'm going to go grocery shopping. I am going to do a video. Still no Black Widow. I am going to do a video today because I'm going to show you how to make a barbecue chicken sandwich without using chicken. Oh my gosh. I found this recipe for their mushrooms. They're a certain kind of mushroom, but I can't remember the name of the mushroom, but I'll put it in the video. And you take the mushroom, you put it in milk, you put it in panko crumbs, You fry it up, and then I'm going to put a little barbecue sauce on it, and it's going to be like a crispy barbecue chicken sandwich with no chicken, and I'm very excited. So long as the Black Widow doesn't pop back up, I'll be cooking today. And so I'm just like, I'm not a fan. All right. Joni Earl says, my first marriage, I shopped to fill a void. This time around, it's a joyful hobby. Thank you for your message today. It really resounded. We're strong, independent mashed potatoes. Yes. And we really are. And you know what? And I really like how you put that. We did shop to fill a void. You know, I mentioned it earlier on my live, but just because you have somebody physically sitting there with you in your life doesn't mean that you have companionship. I mean, I didn't have a partner. I didn't have somebody to lean on. You know, I was like a single mom with a husband. And if nothing else, he was like an anchor. I mean, not only was I struggling to raise our kids because he didn't have anything to do with it, but he was tearing me down while I was doing it. And so you're right. I did shop. I shopped a lot because I was sad, and it made me feel good to have pretty things. And so while I was shopping to try to make myself feel better, he was making me feel bad about the one thing that was making me feel better, which is really crazy because I've never kind of put that whole circle together. And so it's weird how it was just this never ending circle of just trying to find happiness, but it was so elusive. It was crazy. And it wasn't until I left. And again, I found myself and I got sober, and sobriety is the key for me. Without my sobriety, I wouldn't be sitting here. You know, sobriety took like all of those past traumas and just amped up the volume. I mean, well, no, my addiction took all of those past traumas and made them, and it used that pain to fuel its fire. Sobriety has given me the fighting chance of regaining myself. And so, yes, I 100% agree. It was to fill a void. And I think that that's like what I was trying to explain earlier, that if you were shopping because you want it and that's something you purchase, then there's no accountability for that. I mean, just be accountable to yourself. It's when you're buying something to fill a void. I like the way you said it much more than I said it, but you are absolutely 100% correct. So thank you so much for that. So I am grocery shopping. I'm making my sandwich. For some reason, I woke up hungry today. So I've been a little obsessing over food. Ooh, while you're here. Okay. I had so many things to say that I stopped. My brain was like, you cannot go on any farther. We are heading into October, and we have a lot of things coming up for the month of October. Halloween is on a Tuesday. So I'm going to dress up for Halloween. I'm going to dress up for our Halloween live. And it's going to be the first time I will have dressed up in probably 10 years. I mean, this is a huge step for me. Dressing up is like me taking that next step of the healing in my whole losing my sister, Halloween, kind of recapturing the spirit again. But there's always a but. It's been so long since I've dressed up for Halloween. We're going to have to come up with a costume. And I say we because you're going to have to help me pick out a costume. Tomorrow, we are going to explore all the different costume ideas and perhaps what I could dress up for. So if you're on the internet or if you have any ideas, you need to share them with me because I have zero idea. Right now, I'm thinking either like I'm going to dress up like a taco or Mario brother, one of the Luigi from the Mario Brothers. Don't know why I'm thinking those two things, but now you clearly can see and you can understand why I need so much help with that. So we're going to have to figure out my Halloween costume because I am going to dress up, but I'm going to let you help me pick out the costume. And then also too, I'm thinking we're going to do pumpkin carving on the 20th. of October. No. Take that back. Let's do the 25th of October. It's a Wednesday. So I'm going to have a pumpkin and we are going to carve pumpkins together. So if you want to get a pumpkin and carve it with me, we can do that. And then I'm thinking on the 18th, in fact, I need to write this stuff down because, I say things and then I forget. So on dress up like Robert, fake mustache. And then I can be super loud because he is the loudest streamer I have ever met. And then I get like a pair of, I absolutely love it. You know what? I'm thinking I can get like a pair of those Jeff Goldblum glasses. And then I will get a big fake mustache and hello, Connie. And then I can dress up as Robert. I actually really think that that's cute. So for in October, on the 18th, I thought we could, we're going to make something. Like maybe, I'm going to look up for a recipe or something, like maybe Halloween cookies. So I actually saw something on TikTok. So we're going to do Halloween cookies on the 18th, and then we're going to carve pumpkins. If I can spell. Carve pumpkins on the 25th. And if you miss the pumpkin carving on the 25th, I'm going to be doing pumpkin carving either the 29th or the 30th on TikTok. So you can always catch me over there also. But we're going to come up with an idea for my costume. I really like the idea of Robert. And cookies on the 18th, and then pumpkin carving on the 25th. And then we're going into Thanksgiving. We're going to do all sorts of stuff in November too. Also, no, that was not the correct. We are also going to be doing stuff in November. I'm trying to use the correct pronunciation. You know what I think for November? For November, every Wednesday of November, we're going to cook a new thing. And so on November, so Wednesdays in November, we're going to cook something new. Something to do with like, something to do with a Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe one Wednesday, I'll do my famous candied yams because I have the best recipe for candied yams. I'll do cornbread one Wednesday. I'll make a pie another Wednesday, and then I'll come up with something else. So in November on Wednesdays, we're going to be cooking something for Thanksgiving dinners. And then on Christmas, December is just going to be all sorts of crazy stuff. I have not thought that far ahead, but I am absolutely, thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. But for the holidays, you're going to be so just like, there's Lonnie again. I mean, like, hi, here I am again. I'm here to make everybody's holiday season happy. And we're going to do a bunch of stuff together. And I don't want anybody to feel like they don't have a place to go. And even though we're not in the same room, we're together. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And this right here, what we're doing here makes everything that happened in my past so minuscule, so minute. So it's so yesterday. You know what? Those things are so much like, I don't know. Those are so 1994. And, oh no, let's go. Yeah, it's so 1994. We'll say that. And so I appreciate each and every single one of you. And just remember, as much as you all say that I help you, you help me just as much. And I appreciate and I love you all for that. So I thought today was fun. I have an outfit idea in mind, like my version of a dress over jeans that I'm really excited to try. When we were looking at that video, I was like, because I was like thinking of all these different things. Tomorrow I'm going to be styling. I got that brown harness. Ooh, I shouldn't have told you. It was a surprise. So disregard that. You didn't hear any of that. Just out of your mind. So I sometimes, I love to, no Black Widow. I love to talk, but sometimes I talk too much. I'm telling you, for the next year and a half, This is what you're going to have to put up with until I find the carcass of that Black Widow. I'm going to be on alert. High alert. Yeah. So I'm going to go spray some more vinegar underneath my stove. All right, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, start thinking about Halloween costumes because I'm going to need some help with that. Don't forget, on the 18th of November, we're going to be making cookies. And on the 25th, we are carving pumpkins. I will remind you daily of our schedule. So I'll be back tomorrow. I love you dearly. Remember, be bright, be bold, be brave. Don't let your past traumas define who you are today. And I absolutely love each and every one of you. Bye, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow.